Hi, welcome back to this week's My Weekly Rage Fix. I just want to thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this week's video. We're going to go a little off topic this week. Normally we say something on the Parsha, but an unfortunate tragedy happened in Israel as 4 people perished while they were praying, while they were wearing their talis and tefillin. The wicked terrorists came in, and everybody knows what happened, and they basically sacrificed them inside the synagogue itself. And we can't let this week go by without addressing it a little bit, because this is a message that's talking to us all as a whole, as a Jewish people, but also each individually. There's a time in Israel when the number 18 bus kept having incidents with bombs. It was like the 3rd time that a bus went off, and there was a bunch of people by a wedding. There was a Rabbi Ginsburg over there, and everybody there was eating their steak for the main course, and Rabbi Ginsburg said to everybody, did you hear the number 18 bus blew up again? And everybody went, oh, it's terrible. And then they went back to continue eating, and one guy pushed away his plate. So Rabbi Ginsburg said to him, "What's wrong?" He goes, "You can't tell me about the number 18 bus, and I should just continue enjoying this steak." And Rabbi Ginsburg was very impressed with his answer. And what he had taught Rabbi Ginsburg was that when something happens, we have to take something from it. We can't just let the story that happened go by and then just continue eating our steak. If these 4 people died and we don't make any changes for it, then Hashem, in a sense, killed them for nothing. Do we want that their deaths should be in vain? Not at all. Now, when something happens like that, it's a message to each one of us. It shouts out at us, do something, you have to change. What you do and how you do is dependent. There's another famous story with Rebbetzin Cutler. Her husband was the one who headed the Lakewood Yeshiva, which now has over 5,000 people studying there. And her son one time said over, the Rebbetzins' son one time said over the story about his mother. His mother every single morning always had her sugar cube together with her tea. That's how old Europeans used to drink their tea. And she would never let a day go past without enjoying her tea and her sugar cube. But the day that the war broke out, from that day until the day that the war ended, she never had her sugar cube with her tea. And he said, that's greatness. So somebody, listen, that's great. Why is that greatness? So he said, it's during the war. What's somebody like my mother going to do? She can't do anything, but at least if she imparts of herself and feels the pain that other people are going through, then that is giving something, and that is utilizing the lesson of what's happening in the world for a right reason and for something. Everything that happens in this world, Hashem wants us to take a lesson, both in good situations and bad situations, but certainly in bad situations. And when 4 great people can get murdered and butchered, Hashem is talking to us. And Hashem maybe wants there should be more unity, or maybe He wants overall that each person should accept something upon themselves, because the greatest crime that we can do is listening to such a story and not doing anything about it, not changing ourselves, at least a little bit. And that is the onus of everyone listening to this video right now. Wherever you do, try to accept something upon yourself, even if it's something that'll for the next week, I'm not going to speak Lashon Hara. Or for the next 12 hours, I'm not going to speak Lashon Hara. Or for the next week, I'm not going to eat anything that I shouldn't eat. Whatever it might be, take something upon yourselves. And that is our responsibility, because Hashem wants to see how we are going to react to it. Anyway, like I said, it's off topic, but it's too important a subject that we should look over, and this is still fresh in our minds, and while it's fresh in our minds is when we should do something to act upon it. So next week we'll get back to talking about the weekly Torah Parsha, and nevertheless I still want to wish everybody a great Shabbos, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.